Hey there, Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, Pisces Rising. It's Maggie. Welcome to Moonlit Waters. I'm really happy you decided to stop by as we finish out this year of 2021 and head into 2022. So happy New Year to you. We're going to take a look at what's going on. This is a high energy week. Oh my gosh. This is energy this week of choices and decisions, more like it's the elimination process, not the final decision making. I think the real clarity comes in next week. And so I think the more work you do this week to try to eliminate what does not work. This is a week where it's like, okay, so what they showed me was a hallway. And it had all these doors, and some of the doors were open. And so as you walk down the hallway, the doors that are open are places that you've already been or things you're already doing. And there's an opportunity, if it doesn't work for you anymore, to shut that door and keep moving. And there are all these unopened doors, and you can take a peek in and see what it is. Is it interesting to you? If not, leave the door shut. If it's interesting, open it up. It is about making those kinds of choices and decisions in different arenas of your life. There is no way that you don't know where you are thinking about making a change. This energy has been so strong for such a long time already, with 6-8 weeks of this. A very, very strong energy about wanting to make big choices and big decisions. And so, we've had 2 eclipses. We've got Venus doing her big retrograde. There's so much happening here. And this is a week where you really kind of sort it all out. So, but we start out with that moon in Libra. And that moon in Libra is chatty and it's happy and it wants to socialize, especially on Tuesdays. So I put in the description box below, I did put a time zone calculator because I can't do it. So in the Eastern Standard Time from 9 to 4 on Tuesday, there's this great opportunity to really network and to socialize. But on Monday, when that moon is trining Saturn, that is more of the figuring out what feels comfortable. I feel like it's going to be like things are falling in place in a nice, balanced, comfortable way. And you actually have what I consider a Libra card to come out. It says to be fair. It is the scales. And so I think, Pisces, this is an opportunity for you to really sort out what feels comfortable, where are you, and how do things feel for you. This is energy in your 8th house of transformation. So where do you want to transform things? What feels comfortable, and how can you do that? And as we proceed through this week, you get more and more opportunities to start narrowing things down. On Tuesday afternoon at 4:16 p.m., the moon is going to move into Scorpio. And in the evening, so about, 7 hours later at 11:09 p.m., Jupiter moves into its other home sign of Pisces. So now Neptune and Jupiter, who both rule Pisces, are hanging out there. They're at different ends, but they're there. So now is a chance to really go deep. Go deep into your feelings. Go deep into what it is you want. On Wednesday morning, really early, we've got Venus and Mercury coming into exact conjunction at 24 degrees of Capricorn. Pluto is at 25 and some change. So they're all talking. They are talking about what is of value to you. What do you need to know in order to make your choices and decisions? What are you trying to transform? What are you trying to create here and do for yourself? You've got the moon in that energy of choice and making decisions coming in early on Thursday with this energy. So there is a lot. The moon's in the conversation, and meanwhile, the moon on Wednesday, it's going to oppose Uranus. It wants to make change, and they both are squaring Saturn, and Saturn says, yes, you can make change. You need to make change, but how? How can you do it in an organized way that makes step by step, builds that strong, solid foundation? And the moon, Mars is also in on the conversation. It's talking to Saturn. Hey, I want to make these changes here. And again, Saturn is really running the show. And Saturn is not, I think Saturn gets such a bad rap. Saturn says, hey, so the law of karma is your actions have a consequence. And consequences, get this word, people think that's negative. No, it's whatever you do has a result. So instead of consequences, let's say actions have results. If you are putting in the time and you're building a strong and solid foundation, when the hurricane comes, the building stands. If you slap together some boards and the hurricane comes, it blows down. And Saturn says, hey, we've passed some laws here, and now you have to hurricane-proof your new buildings. That's what the big discussion is. How do you build a solid foundation for this change that you want to make so that it's lasting and it's strong and it has potential for growth and opportunity for you? You have beautiful cards here. Pisces, reach for the stars. Don't play small. This is time to step into your power, to lift yourself up high, be tall. Remember that you are divine. You have set your sights higher. Increase your standards and expect more from yourself. Don't settle. If you expect more for yourself, if you have higher standards, we have to withstand a hurricane, then you have something that's grand and can stand, right? Set your goals higher. You have divine magic. Extra magical energy surrounds your situation right now. Expect miracles. So much opportunity here. Such fertile ground. It is dependent on the plan. It is dependent on you being very clear about what you want and your willingness to work hard to get it, and don't settle for less. Don't let anybody tell you that you're not divine, that you're not magical, because you are. And when you know that and you believe that, then that's what you're going to have for your result, your consequence. The consequence of believing yourself is amazing. That's the consequence. On Thursday, the moon's going to move into Sagittarius at 8:08 p.m. So that's 2 8s. We have a lot of doubled up numbers this week, right? So 8:08. 8 is the number of infinity, is the number of hard work and self-mastery. And so there is an invitation to self-mastery that is coming in with this moon moving into Sagittarius. Sagittarius is also ruled by Jupiter. Sagittarius is also a mutable sign. So this is actually going to square. The moon's going to be squared off with Neptune at this point. With Jupiter at this point. And so it's about what really feels important to you. I just heard know thyself. I don't know who said that. That's interesting. My guides have been shifting around lately. Okay, so that moon's going to be in that energy of choice with Saturn, and then it's going to conjunct with Mars. What is the structure and what is the action that we take? That happens on the 31st, so Happy New Year's Eve, right? What do? Why, we make our New Year's resolutions, and there's so much energy supporting it this time, but they can't be ridiculous pie in the sky. That doesn't mean don't set your standards high. It means don't be general, be specific. So, Capricorn is in your house of groups and networks and group activities. So if you're a Pisces rising, that honestly, if you don't know where you want to make a change in your life, I'm shocked. So just going to use this as a for instance. Okay. So networking, maybe what you want to do is you want to set up a podcast. And so you have these goals, right? So don't play it small. I want to make X amount of money. So I want a podcast that is highly successful and financially rewarding and fills me up with joy to do. That's very specific without limiting. You're not saying I want to make $1 million this year when you could probably make $2 million. Like, don't limit yourself. You have Jupiter and Neptune in your sign. Whatever you do, do not limit yourself, right? Don't limit yourself. But set your sights higher. State what you want. Be very clear about what it is that you want. The clarity is coming within the next week, so maybe it's helpful to let go of what doesn't work. Look, you guys, first card out says miracles, right? We've got divine magic and miracles. Expect wondrous to emerge. Go deeper. This is a week to go deeper, to set your roots, to plant your seeds of intention to manifest from the very depths and the core of your being. What do you truly want? You have surrendered to the journey, release control. You don't need to know how you're going to get there. Do not limit yourself. Do not limit spirit. Be sure to ask spirit, invite spirit into the party. If you want to, if you don't network with anyone else this week, network with spirit. I just saw like you setting out a party, like lighting the candles, having some food, some snacks, putting on the music, and sitting down with your journal and talking to spirit. Have a party with spirit this week if you don't do anything else. You're reaching your destination. Your light is shining brightly. If you surrender into the journey, if you release control of how you get there, you will get there. And I promise you, Spirit is telling me that it'll be so much better than you can imagine if you will just allow them to bring the miracles to you, but set your sights higher. Don't say, oh, I want a podcast that, a few people watch so that I don't feel like I'm totally wasting my time. No. I want one that is heard in 16 countries around the world or something like that. Set your sights higher. Set your sights higher. All right. That sun is Capricorn is going to trine with Taurus early in the morning, 4:50 a.m. on Saturday, New Year's Day. And so there's a real opportunity to illuminate what the change is that's going to be made. So get ready to make those changes. And then the moon moves into Capricorn at 6:02 p.m. And the moon in Capricorn, now we've got a real party going on there. We've got the moon, Mercury, Venus, Pluto. Mars is coming soon. Like there is a party going on in Capricorn about how are we going to set this up. So that new moon is going to happen at 133, another double digit, on the 2nd. And this is 2022. So 2022 is 3 2s, that's a 6. And we have 2 3s, that 33 p.m., right? 6. This is a year of soulmate energy. This is a year of collaborating one-on-one, I think in multiple arenas, because there's 2, 2, and 2. But it is going to create, a resonance in our heart is soul tribe energy. There's a real possibility that you're going to find where you truly belong, and you're going to, in the soulmates, they could be your kids, they could be your pets, they could be people that you meet on the street, they could be your friends, your neighbors, your coworkers, your boss, of course, your significant other. Soulmates come in all forms, but there is a need to collaborate, to co-create from the energy of true resonance this year, to go where you want to go. Wow. Okay. You have love without condition. This is love others without condition, yes, but mostly I want to say love yourself without condition. You don't need to be fixed. You don't need to be healed. You don't need to be repaired. I've really been doing some thinking about this lately. I was having a conversation with a friend of mine just last week about how I really am uncomfortable with this healing. If I could just heal myself. That is presupposing that there's something wrong with you. You are unique, you are special, and you are divine. Now, do you have physical ailments? Possibly. But you as a person, as a soul energy, you're perfect. You are divine, you are unique, and we need your unique gifts. We don't need conformity. We need unique. You have focus and then act. The sword of truth. I was listening to Ellen Tad this morning. Forget where I was listening to her at. She's talking about her new book, which I ran out and ordered. Holy crap. It's like 7 o'clock this morning and I'm ordering on Amazon on Christmas Day. And they're probably like, oh my God, give it a rest. Okay, so she said the most interesting thing about focus and then act. So, Pisces, you're a very intuitive sign. I have a lot of water in my chart. Pisces moon. I've got 4 planets and placements going on over there in Cancer. My midhaven is in Scorpio. Yeah. My Neptune is in Scorpio. Right? Lots of water everywhere. Water, water, water. And you know how you get that feeling in your stomach when you know something's off? Something's not right? She said that's not the place to make decisions from. Now, I always say you need to make it from the heart space. But what she said today, which was truly interesting, was she was talking about the third eye. And open the third eye. Tap, tap, tap. And that when you do that, okay, so the example she used, you're late. You're really late and you're supposed to be there and you're stressed out about it, right? You feel that? It's right here, right? As soon as I said that, you're late. Oh God, you felt it right here, right? Now, what if you're late, you're late, you're late, and you move the energy up to your third eye? How do you feel? There's clarity in the decision-making process at that point. And I thought, and then I tried it. I'm like, oh my God. Not only that, a little odd thing here I noticed. And I do use my third eye a lot when I'm working and stuff, but lately Spirit's been telling me that I need to open it more. And I'm like, okay. So I was definitely listening to her for that. But when I was sitting there doing that, what I noticed is I don't have really good eyesight. And everything's always just a little fuzzy because in order to bring things in so I can drive and read, they're not quite as sharp as they could be. When I did this and I looked out, the area straight out in front of me was so clear. And I thought, wow. So tapping into your third eye. Literally tapping into your third eye. Focus. What do you know at that point? And then act. Maybe what you know is it's okay if you're late. People are late all the time. People need to get over that crap. Love without condition. You're not bad because you're late. The world's not going to probably stop because you're late. I mean, I suppose if you're, the person that can stop, a nuclear attack, and being late would be bad. But other than that, pretty much, in the normal day-to-day of most of us. Whatever. So between 1:03 and 2:03 p.m. on Sunday the 2nd is the Cassini new moon. So that's a half hour before and a half hour after the new moon. That is the time. So make a date. So put it on your calendar. That is when you are going to sit down with Spirit and you're going to have this conversation. You're going to decide what it is you want to use with this double Empress energy of the 3-3, right? So, plus this Mercury will have moved into Aquarius by then, so there should also be some clarity coming in through that too. Wow, is that crazy? So, you have focus. You have focus. Focus and then act. There's a real need to focus on what you want. You have passion. You have the influence card, and the influence card is interesting. I just had to look that up for the last reading I did. Influence says, what are you allowing into your space that's influencing you? Are you listening to garbage? Are you allowing people that are stressy in? What are the energy vampires that are sucking your energy? Pay attention to what influences you so that you can stay in the highest vibrational energy possible. We have the full moon in Pisces, forgiveness, love without condition. First yourself and then others. And trust me, once you can do it for yourself, doing it for everybody else is a walk in the park. And you have cool your emotions, the full moon in Aries. Not living from the solar plexus, living from the third eye. Okay. Keeping things in balance. Look at this. Your Chinese fortune cookie is opportunities. Love it. Ooh, a stranger's about to change your life. Exciting times and plenty of action, plus a special family reunion looks likely. Makes sense? Networking, right? Stuff is going on in your networking house. Opportunities to meet people while you're out and about. Exciting, plenty of action, family and friends, reunions. Could be a year that you really expand your influence that you have on others also. And just be careful what you're letting in, okay? Be protective. All right. Wow. Okay, so you are the 6th reading I've done this week, so that means that your January monthly reading will be out on Thursday, and everybody else that I'm doing after you guys will come out on Friday. And so happy new year to you. Put it in the description box below what your plans are. Give me a little something to rejoice and celebrate with you and help set your intentions with. A great way to set intentions is to say, I am. I am. Feel the feeling. Plant the seed of intention. You got this. All right? I'll talk to you soon. Take care.